This is Igbo Area TV.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also click the bell icon. It is very, very sad. Omega will send condolences to all who lost their families and properties during the fire outbreak on the 17th of October 2019 in Onitsha. The fire outbreak resulted from tanker spillage of fuel. A lot of people lost their lives and properties. It is a very sad thing. You know why it is sad? These things and the like kept happening. You could imagine that the state that has River Niger by the side has no fire vehicle to contend with the fire. It's a shame to Anambra State that as the incident lasted, they could not bring any fire vehicle. We only got support from Delta State. It is very sad. Shame to Anambra State that no fire vehicle could come and it has to come from another state and it came late. It's a very sad
There is no fire service in Anambra State. Did you see people has gone in to bring in something to help their brothers? See that they quench this thing, but it's unfortunate that they cannot do anything because a lot of building has gone down. A lot of properties have gone. So many people are trapped in this place. No one can rescue them. There is nothing we can count of in this particular place. Everyone in this building is trapped. I'm not talking about the empty building, but I'm talking about businesses occupied in that place. There are so many children in this place that they cannot come up to talk about it. We are helpless. We said we have a government. There you see how buildings are going down.
But in 4 hours.
For 4 hours now. Do you know exactly what happened? How did it happen?
No fire service.
Okay, you can hear. You can hear what people are saying.
We are helpless.
You can hear what people are saying. You can see that. Do you see Onitsha, Anambra State, where Willie Obiano is in charge? Where is the presence of the government? Who is their duty to save men and women? Can you see this? All this building here is gone. All this building here is completely gone. Hey! We don't have anything. Look. Okay, Pa Bereba. Papa Gabute the thing. What are Go ahead and say your mind. This is your TV platform. You have the right to say whatever you want to say.
Even in this rainy season, we couldn't see even water for the attack. We are finished. God, come on,
Did you see what is? Okay. This is the truck that ignited these lights. Can you see this? This is the very truck that ignited all this calamity in Anambra State.
There's a fire vehicle I saw. They said it wasn't working. Perhaps it would have saved that trouble. It's from Equilobia. You can see it's a Mercedes old product. How do you expect it to be functioning? For how long has Mercedes vehicles been shipped into the country? From the look of that vehicle, it is clear, easy to say it's up to 30 years ago it entered into this country. Now I heard they have sacked those who are working with the fire management, the fire service. Is it until something happens that you know that certain things are not working? This has been the case for a long while. Even before Obiano came in, I think nothing has been working as regards the fire service. Now here is a message from the fire service boss while Obiano visited to know what actually happened.
What happened? Listen, thank you. Yesterday, at around 12:14, I received a message about the fire. Immediately, I send the message back to
Yes.
the conduit. They got to the fire scene, and unfortunately, the first one that got to that point developed a mechanical fault. Before what we call takeoff, PTO, failed when it was working. So that was where the problem started. But while I was mobilizing those of Onitsha, which are closer to that, I only sent those ones in Oka. They moved down to Onitsha. Getting to Onitsha, because the first one, which was already on ground working, had a mechanical problem immediately. They were not able to allow other fire trucks that came to go and fight the fire. That was where the whole problem started. And that of Delta came. They didn't allow them. They just drove in. They didn't allow them to come in. They only turned immediately and went back to Salat. There's this GUO fire truck that came, the private fire truck. They did was destroyed that place. That was what happened. And because they were chasing the whole firefighters and the fire truck, the fire truck and the driver managed to escape the scene. And we were not able to go back there. But one, we didn't go with any security. Nobody was guiding the firemen. So they drove away and left the scene. And they could not go back because of the number of people and the crowd which were there.
What happened to the one station at Main Market?
The one station at Main Market, that same, yes.
It went on that the FFS controller General Mr. Leman Ibrahim was deeply saddened by the incident and has expressed his heartfelt condolences to the victims and their families. He said the Federal Fire Service is committed to ensuring the safety of lives and properties with the procurement of new state-of-art firefighting trucks distributed to the 12 zones of the service across the nation. The service is also always ready to respond to fire outbreaks and other emergencies across the nation. It is worthy to note that similar situations in recent past in Sokoto, Uyo, Mina, Ibadan, Osun, and Lagos were prevented from escalating to a major disaster by the Federal Fire Service. So the case of Onitsha Market was an unfortunate one, and one will wonder why individuals will want to attack firefighters that came to help put out the fire that was threatening lives and ravaging property, he said. Juan added that the service will like to use this opportunity to appeal to Nigerians that in as much as the fire service is prepared and committed to saving of lives and properties in emergencies, their support and cooperation is highly needed to do that. But why would the public resist the firefighters from doing their work? Is it that they came late? Is it that they came after the whole incident? Because I'm still wondering why they would want to stop them from doing their work. The story is hard to believe. Yes, it is hard to believe. If you came truly for rescue, they will give you way. Perhaps you came after the disaster. That is how it appears. The guy was saying they will send 12 vehicles to the zone. What will 12 vehicles do? 12 firefighting vehicles. That is a very poor arrangement. It's very poor and it's shameful for you to say 12 firefighting vehicles. When they say zone, they mean Southeast zone. That is not enough. 12 vehicles is not even enough to fight fire in a state. Talking of sending 12 to the zone. We understand you meant a kind of supplement the ones you already have. That is, if the ones you already have are working. From all indications, Anambra seems not to have even one firefighting vehicles that is working. So when you say 12 firefighting vehicles to the zone means Southeast zone. It is not even enough for Anambra State. You see, the painful thing is that these are things we can afford. It is not hard for the government to have many of those vehicles, and not just having many of them, but ready, getting them ready. This is not the first time we're seeing fire outbreak in Onitsha, and each time the worst happens. All these loopholes are there right from time, but until something happens, you will get to know where you find one. This is very sad. Don't tell us you're not aware that the fire service is not working in the state. You can't tell us that. Because this is not the first, this is not the second, this is not the third. And a lot of houses are getting burnt without support from fire stations. So there is no excuse. No one can tell us, oh, we never knew that this is not working. No, it is not acceptable. The reason is this particular one, the casualty is more, and it's something that cannot be hidden. Everyone saw what happened. This particular one made headlines, and the concerned bodies are now coming out. If it's a mere one-man building, it wouldn't have blown this wide, and it could just easily be swept under. But this one concerns numerous people. This has been happening. It has been happening. It's just that this particular one is bigger, and it has exposed the flaws of this government. Meanwhile, it has happened and it has happened, but we shouldn't allow another to happen. We should work on seeing how these things will be eradicated, will be reduced to the barest minimum. Before we go into looking for solutions on how to stop the fire, we plead with the government of Anambra State to take care of the bereaved families and those who lost materials or whatever in the fire incident should be well compensated. So, what are we going to do to stop this from happening again anytime? A senator who is also from the region, an oil exporter, he deals with petrol and this, and he knows about tankers. Ifan Yoba has given a solution on how to deal with these fire incidents, especially the ones associated with petrol tankers. And here is his very candid
Mr. President,
opinion.
I need to notify this, our distinguished colleagues, that I am a practical operator of tanker in Nigeria before I became a senator. I have in my fleet then over 600 tankers, and I can contribute immensely to this issue. Mr. President, the issue is not about roads. Yes, partly roads are part of accidents. But the point is that for you to have a tanker, you need to bring in a tanker that has the requirements, tamper-proof requirements, leak-proof requirements, which are nothing compared to the bogus issues that we are discussing here. If you have a tanker that has a tamper-proof or leak-proof manhole, you can throw that tanker from 30-story building, not one single liter of fuel will drop. There are two areas that fuel leaks out of tanker tanks. From the manhole, which is three in almost all the tankers, and then from the discharging hose, discharging valves. So what we need to do is to set up an ad hoc committee or a committee that will invite the Federal Road Safety, Department of Petroleum Resources, so that we can look into this issue and then mandate that every tanker driver operating in this country, you can go anywhere and mold your tank, but make sure that you use these specific manholes and discharging valves. Because if you go to the market and buy a discharging valve of 2,000 naira and the manhole that is constructed by only pan, some of them use tubes to close their manhole. Immediately the vehicle has problem, the fuel will leak. We have had people that are running transport, tanker driver businesses that has 200-300 tankers on the road every day without having one single of their tanks getting into this kind of issues. So, Mr. President, I would like us to take this issue seriously. Let us reduce the issue of road. We want to discuss road. We go to a Ministry of Transport and Works and all this. But for tankers that has been causing mayhem, I know my state, Anambra State, we have lost so much people between Onitsha and Oji River. So I am of the opinion that federal government and we can also set up an ad hoc committee that can look into this thing and mandate Federal Road Safety and other relevant government agency to make sure there's a required standard for anybody that owns a tanker in this country to meet before putting the tankers to the road.
And I think there should be a unit set up to monitor compliance for these trucks, yes, bringing fuel into the states. Yeah, if you don't comply with the standard, you'll be sent back or you'll be stopped from entering. Yes, there should be a compliance check. That is, if what the senator said is anything to go by. I expect Onitsha, just Onitsha, to have up to 10 firefighting vehicles. And even each market in Anambra should have at least 5 firefighting vehicles. The other thing we want to still maintain here is, even if the fire service is a federal government arm or authority, we want Anambra and other eastern states to have their own firefighting authorities, arrange for its own fire service. Yes. And not just having a fire service, well-equipped fire service. No state should have less than 250 vehicles. Yes. And they should be at alert. Each time a call is put towards any of them, they arrive. They appear. Not after 2 hours or 30 minutes or even 15 minutes. They should be readily available. And the hotlines should be on the streets. Yeah. On signposts on the streets. Yes. That anyone can just, this is the number for fire service. They put a call. State can handle it. This is not a project that is beyond the state to handle. All the states in Nigeria can handle fire service without the support of federal government. How much does a vehicle cost? The firefighting trucks, how much does it cost? Is it more than 25 million? Let's even say the price is at 50 million naira-ish. Is that to be compared with the prices of jeeps given to House of Assembly members, the Prado jeeps and the rest of them? Can it compare with that? So there is no excuse at all. There is no excuse. And you know what? Even Innocent produces firefighting trucks. Yes, Innocent produces. So there's no problem with sourcing. Yes, go to Innocent and pay and have them immediately. Once again, there is no excuse. And in rounding up, it is easy to ascertain those who are going to vie for the gubernatorial seat of Anambra. Just wait around Ochanja Market this time and you will know them. The visits have begun. It is a matter of politics now. I think next year the race will begin. That's why somebody wrote. So the new slang for politicians now is Igagokwa Ochanja. Meanwhile, some of the politicians visiting have donated things. Some have promised firefighting vehicles to reduce the fire incidents in the state. We appreciate that. Watch and see what is happening at Ochanja. And I think it will continue for some while. Thanks for watching Igbo Area TV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also click the bell icon. Like our Facebook page. Join our Facebook group. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Bye for now.